Today we're going to look at section 5.4, los objetos directos. So, direct object nouns and pronouns. Direct object noun receives the action of the verb directly and generally follows the verb in English. For example, Juan Carlos y Jimena are taking photos. In this example, the direct object noun answers the question, what are Carlos and Jimena taking? And the answer, of course, is photos, which is the direct object noun. So we often use pronouns in English and also in Spanish to replace these nouns to not have to repeat what we've said. These types of words are me, it, they, him, she, things like that. When a direct object noun in Spanish is a person or a pet, it is preceded by the word a, which is called the personal a. And there is no English equivalent for this construction, so it's just something you have to pay attention to in Spanish. Por ejemplo, Mariela mira a Carlos. Mariela is watching Carlos. In the first sentence above, the personal a is required because the direct object is a person. But if you look at the second one, Mariela mira televisión, Mariela is watching TV, the personal a is not required because the direct object is a thing, not a person. So direct object pronouns are words that replace direct object nouns. Like English, Spanish uses a direct object pronoun to avoid repeating a noun already mentioned. Por ejemplo, Maribel hace las maletas. Maribel is packing her bags. Maribel las hace. ¿No? O Felipe compra el sombrero. Felipe lo compra. Vicky tiene la llave. Vicky la tiene. One thing to notice that's important is that in English, our pronouns always go after the verb. Like I see him, or they forgive me, or I buy it. Right. So the pronoun in each of these instances is after the noun. But in Spanish, the pronoun always precedes the conjugated verb. So we'll look at that in just a moment. For now, let's look at the direct object pronouns. What are they? Me refers to me. Te refers to you, familiar. Lo can refer to him or it. Also could be you, formula for usted, formal. La, usually her or it, could also be you, feminine, formal. Nos refers to us. Os refers to you, familiar, like vosotros. Los refers to you and them, and las also to you and them. So just look at a comparison between English and Spanish. In English, we'll have I see him with the pronoun following the conjugated verb. But in Spanish, it's lo veo, yo lo veo, or what kind of translates to him I see. It's sort of backwards in our minds, but to them, the English method is backwards. Or for example, they forgive me. Ellos me perdonan, or rather, kind of me, they forgive. As I said, the direct object pronouns mete, lo, la, nos, os, los, las always goes before the conjugated verb. For example, I buy it, and by it we mean the shirt, la camiseta. Yo la compro, or kind of like it, I buy. So we're going to look at these following examples here and see if we can figure out what exactly the direct object should be. What are the direct object nouns, first of all, and what direct object pronouns should they be? For el modelo, la profesora Vega tiene su pasaporte. Su pasaporte is a singular masculine noun. A singular masculine direct object is lo, so we replace el pasaporte with lo. La profesora Vega lo tiene. Of course, it goes right before the conjugated verb tiene. Gustavo y Héctor confirman las reservaciones. The direct object noun, las reservaciones, becomes the direct object pronoun las and goes before the conjugated verb. Gustavo y Héctor las confirman. Nosotros leemos los folletos, brochures. Nosotros los leemos. Nosotros los leemos. Ana María estudia el mapa. El mapa, singular masculine noun, is lo. Ana María lo estudia. Yo aprendo los nombres de los monumentos de San José. Los nombres de los monumentos de San José is los, right? Them, masculine, plural. Yo los aprendo. Yo los aprendo. Which is much easier than saying all of this again, ¿no? Alicia escucha a la profesora. Alicia la escucha a la profesora. Alicia la escucha. Miguel escribe las instrucciones para ir al hotel. Miguel las escribe. Miguel writes them. Them meaning las instrucciones. Esteban busca el pasaje. El pasaje, singular masculine, should be lo. Esteban lo busca. Nosotros planeamos una excursión. Nosotros la planeamos. La, meaning la excursión, una excursión.